Hi there. This is Janine. If you're watching this from your home, this is the assignment that we're actually working on in class today, September 30th, 2021. It begins on a Microsoft Word document, and you need to go ahead and put your header on it, which would be your group, the names of the people in your group. And I, for the most part, have kept everyone in the same group that they were in when they did this assignment here, organizing your notes. And this is one of the slides. And actually, this is a slide from one of my groups. So, what you will do, you'll put everybody's name on the top line. Then you'll put my name. Now, this is my first class, 21804. If you're in the second class that meets at 3:30, then you would put 21804. And what I want you to do today, also go up here, hit, let's see if you can see that. I can't see it there. Insert page number. It will bring up that. You'll have to put in whatever your group is there, and then it will be at the top of each one of your pages. What I want you to start with is I would like for you to take a screenshot of that slide that you and your group did. Now, some people didn't do it. I guess that there was some confusion, but if you go back and you look at, I guess it was week 5 that you put, um, there's a template for the group slides. And so this is the one I want you to put at the top. And this is the reason why. This group put up at the top, their thesis was that Patsy and John Ramsey killed their daughter. And their reasons were because of John leaving the scene for a while. The second one, a contamination of evidence, which to me goes to their behavior. Why was it so important to have all these people over at their house when their daughter was missing? And then the third one is the ransom note. And of course, you need to have a counter argument too. And this group decided their counter argument could be that it was an intruder who killed the little girl. Okay, so now that I have this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose one of the three supporting reasons and expound on it a little bit. So you and your group are going to be deciding which of the three supporting points to thesis, the thesis being that the parents killed JonBenét, you're going to decide which one as a group today that you are going to expound on, and you're going to go ahead and turn it in to the link today. So let's look here. Here are, well, I'll go back over that here in a minute. So what you're going to do is on a separate page, you're going to write your thesis. Now, what I did is I color coded this. You don't have to color code this part, but I color coded it just to show you how you could write a thesis and the main points. Is nothing's in concrete, but you do need to have your three main points. And what I did is I numbered them. Okay. Evidence including John and Patsy Ramsey's odd behavior before and after JonBenét was found. JonBenét going AWOL for 1.5 hours shortly after his wife reported JonBenét missing, and the dubious ransom note. Dubious meaning that it was suspicious. All add up to the parents' involvement in their daughter's death. So actually, that's the thesis. The parents killed her. Okay, then these are the supporting pieces of evidence that I'm going to go into detail on to support and bolster my argument. Okay. Now, I chose the dubious ransom note. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, with my team, we're going to put down third main point, or whichever one you want to do. And not only are you going to write a paragraph, you're going to label it. What is the claim? What's the reasoning? Pardon me a minute. What is the evidence? Now, also in here, you do have to give me a quote. So you've got to have a quote. You also have to give an in-text citation. So, and you did read about that in the Little Seagull Handbook. So I'm going to show you what it looks like. So what I did, I first of all read the paragraph, wrote the paragraph, then I went back and I labeled it. Okay, so remember, I'm doing the third main point right here. And this is how it goes. Almost everything about the alleged ransom note points to one, if not both of the parents, and suggests that the parents were covering up a crime that they had committed. The well-versed language in the note and the fact that it was written on the Ramseys' own paper using the Ramseys' own Sharpie pen is intriguing, if not puzzling. According to forensic pathologist Dr. Michael Bodden, who consulted on the case, quote, the whole ransom note is, in my experience of 60 years, not a usual ransom note. I don't think it was written by an outside stranger. And then notice that I have the ellipsis here. What I'm doing is I'm taking out quite a bit of the quote and just leaving the important parts in, but yet they flow together like a complete sentence. I don't think it was written by an outside stranger. The pen, the paper, the length of time it took to do it without being discovered. Then I inserted the word and. Notice that when you substitute a word from the original text, you got to put it in brackets. The extremely unusual ransom request for $118,000, colon. Only a very few people knew John had, and I inserted the word just, it's not in the original quote, gotten a $118,000 bonus. Now, notice I don't put a period here. You do not do that. So I put bonus, quotation mark, space. Then I put a parentheses for Bain because Vicki Bain wrote it. It was also a space. It was page 44 on that PDF. Close the parentheses, put a period there. That's how you're going to do all of your in-text citations. Don't put periods here. Period goes after the citation. Dr. Bodden's observations are especially pertinent because he has seen similar cases over the 6 decades that he has served as a forensic pathologist. All right. Actually, I think this is only 4, maybe 5 sentences. It just looks longer. So let's go back to the beginning. You're always going to start with your claim. If it's not in your topic sentence, it should be. So I put a C up there, and let me explain how I did that. So you go to you go to format and then font, and then you write whatever I'm going to put. Let me just do this. Let's say I want to put that a number 1 above everything. So you just highlight that. You go to format. If you go to font, that's not going to help you. You have to go to format and then font and go here to super subscript. Okay, so the subscript would mean it's at the bottom, but superscript, and voila. Now, if I would have put the E in there, it would also be raised. So you don't want to do that. Okay, so this is my claim. So y'all need to label your claim, put a red C. Now, my reasoning, this comes from my own opinion. Now, I do have some evidence in there, but I'm using the evidence to show you why I'm thinking this. So here is a blue R. Again, you're going to go to format, font. It's already on superscript, but yours won't be, and then just do that. The well-versed ransom note, I'm sorry, the well-versed language in the note and the fact that it was written on the Ramsey's own paper using the Ramsey's own Sharpie pen is intriguing, if not puzzling. Okay, so that is my opinion. Is there somebody else who might share the same opinion? Why, yes, Dr. Bodden. Now, Dr. Bodden has been practicing almost as long as I've been alive. So, I mean, I would pay attention to what he's saying, especially since he's a forensic pathologist. He's done numerous autopsies. So that's why I'm bringing in my green E. It's the evidence supporting what I just thought here. I've got an expert that's backing me up. According to forensic pathologist Dr. Michael Bodden, who consulted on the case, okay, here it goes. There's the quote, and that's the evidence, okay? And it goes all the way down to Bain. Then, remember, I have to close up. I have to put a bottom slice of bread on my quotation sandwich, and that's why this at the bottom. Okay, so I didn't label this, but this is the top of your sandwich. This is the good stuff in between. And this is the bottom of your sandwich. Now, I did not label it as such, but that's what you need to do. There's only one quote in here. You could do another quote if you want to. You could keep on going. You could say, but I wouldn't, not for this exercise. I would not do that. But one more thing. At the bottom of this, you want to go up to insert. You want to put a page break there. And then you want to put your works cited. Now, I say works cited because there's only one reference here. And if you look at the original citation, it says EBSCO host, but we'll talk about that later. That's not, EBSCO is the big umbrella, and Academic Search Complete is a little umbrella under it, and that's the actual database I got this from. So, yeah. So put your works cited there. So you'll put your header at the top. Just leave this page. Just leave that page there. You will put your thesis here at the top of the next page. You'll write your paragraph on that page. Then you'll put your works cited there, and you'll turn it in. Now that's due today. What I want you to do for your assignment for Sunday night, I'm going to put a template on here. I'm going to want to tell you what to do. You can use this as one of yours, so you've already done one of them. So I don't mind if the whole group has the same main point, whichever main point y'all chose to work on together. You can use that on this assignment due Sunday, which means you need to still do 3 paragraphs because you'll have to do 2 more like this. And then the other one is a counter argument, but actually the structure is the same. You're going to have a claim that it's the intruder or whatever the counter claim is. And then you're going to put your reasoning in there, why you think that. And then you're going to put your evidence to support that. And then you're going to explain why that evidence, that quote, works in to what you're saying. So if you're using the documentary and you're using the article, you will have a works cited, WORKS. So I will go ahead and do that. I really don't want to make the template so, I don't want it to be too restricted. And right now, I know you're going, well, wait a minute now. Where's the introduction and conclusion? Well, you are going to put your thesis at the very top. And then you're going to put your 3 main points and your counter argument. So what you will turn in on Sunday night is your thesis, then your 3 main points and your counter argument. So what you will do is you'll do main point number 1, go back and label it like what I did on this, CER, bold. I would put your top slice of bread in bold and your bottom slice of bread in bold, just like I did here, to show me that you've made a sandwich over here. Okay, so there's your sandwich, your lead in and your explanation. And you need to do that with each paragraph. So each paragraph should be like this, even your counter argument. But this is the order it should be in. Thesis, first main point, second main point, counter argument, and then the last main point, always put your strongest one there. And I think in this case, it is the ransom note that to me is the strongest of the 3. That's my opinion. But after the counter argument, you need a zinger to come back in and say, okay, well, I've shown you both sides, but this is the most compelling reason why I believe the parents killed JonBenét. Okay, so let's go over the directions here. So for the activity today that you're going to turn in today, copy your group slide, put it up here. If you don't, well, you should have a slide. So we're going to do that. Some of y'all didn't have them. So the first thing you need to do is construct that. Write your thesis at the top. Your team will choose one of your main points. Label which main point you're working on, which you'll see me do. Your main point will be your topic sentence. Next, use reasoning and evidence, in this case, a quote, to develop your main point. Once you have developed the paragraph, go back and label your claim as a red C, your reasoning as a blue R, and evidence as a green E. Use a proper in-text quotation, including citation and your works cited. Now, again, this is to be turned in today, September 30th, by 11:59 tonight. Okay, so the rest of the assignment, which will be your 3 main points and your counter argument, is due Sunday night. And of course, whatever you turn in today, you can just turn that in. Now, the only thing is you're going to have to put you're going to have to take all this. How am I going to put this? When you turn this in today, you're done with it. But what you might want to do is copy this and paste it onto your Microsoft Word document that you're going to turn in. And again, I will show you more about that on your homework link. I hope this is clear. If it's not, let me know. Of course, if you're in class, you will let me know. But I tried to make it as simple as I could. But I want you to also be able to deal with quotations. Later, we'll do paraphrases, but right now we're doing quotations, and I want you to know how to do the works cited. All right, that is it. And let me close this out. So have a great day.